When things turn up in plain packages, you do get a little bit worried. This one I have actually opened. I've obviously got the prototype. This is the JJRC Elfie, as you can see. So I'm really looking forward to having to go with this. I've not got any of the sort of selfie drones around, so I'm going to have a quick look through this. And like I say, I've got the prototype box here, I'm pretty sure. Very sort of simple design. It weighs nothing, literally nothing at all. I'll put the weights down the bottom. I don't know, it hasn't got the battery in it at the moment. Camera at the front, it runs on Wi-Fi FPV, and I've got no instructions or anything with it, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, so come and join me on it. The battery is single cell, 500 milliamp hour. You've got a USB charger for it and a set of spare propellers. And that's it in my box. Yours will come much prettier with everything else, but let's get this review going. So that's the battery all charged up and popped it in the back there, obviously, and this is a nice looking piece of kit, so we're going to fire it up for the first time just to see what we get. We've got flashing LEDs, and it's probably waiting to bind. I haven't sorted out the software yet, but just to show you around it really, even with the battery, it weighs absolutely nothing. Like I said, I've popped the weights down there. The camera, certainly you can alter the camera angle, so whether or not you can do that on the app, I don't know, but there we go, one slick looking little quad. Okay, it's -4 degrees, so you see the frost's not lifted today. I'm just going to give this a quick test, just really wanting to have a play with it, to be perfectly honest. So just going to flick it on, get the Wi-Fi on, which it should pick up automatically. I've already loaded it indoors to make sure it does. And then just Wi-Fi FPV, play. Whoa, it did. There we go. Well, that's pretty good. So I don't think there's any control on the camera from the actual app, but I'll play about with that a bit later on, sort of thing. Let's just see. There we go. So the flashing LEDs have stopped because I've actually gone live with it. And let's record it. There we go. So we've got video running. Everything's to go. So I would imagine we've got to use the auto takeoff, auto landing. And away we go. Let's see how we get on. Right, so it didn't actually take off. It's just, unless that, no, that just kills it. So you actually got to take control of it. Oh, that's pretty good. This must have altitude hold. Yeah, it has. There we go. Whoa, and pretty good too. I like that. Woo. Honestly, it's about -3 or 4 degrees, so I really don't think this little battery is going to last very long. But that is pretty cool. Well, at least I got a flight of it today. And the FPV's working. I mean, the video is not going to be good because it's just such low lighting. Well, that's a nice little flyer, actually. I've never ever got on with these apps, so I'm actually quite pleased I can actually fly it, to be honest. It doesn't come with a transmitter, so yeah, you've got to really. Let's just see. Up the rate, so there goes, that's 60. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, that's cool. That is really quite cool. Actually, yeah, like I say, I'm gonna have a problem now, aren't I? It's the best I've ever flown with an app, I must admit. Whee, that's cool. That is really nice. So I'm just going to try landing. Make sure we've got the option. Did it kill the motors? Oh, so you have to then stop the motors. That's fair enough. Nice. Nothing too aggressive about it, which you wouldn't expect really. Wait, that's pretty good. That altitude hold is very good, very responsive.
Yeah, just let go of everything, it just sits there. Very impressive. That 100% is actually quite nice, so quite impressive. The FPV's alright, apart from my blinking thumbs are in the way. I still prefer a transmitter, I must admit, but you don't have to carry a transmitter with you. You've always got your phone with you. This is about the size of my phone. And the daughter's phone's even bigger. It really does go quite well, actually. Ah, we've got flashing LEDs. Now, I really think it's fair to say this is a good tester. Hopefully you can see my breath, because it really is that cold out here. I'm actually going to just stop the video. Hopefully it's stopped, yep. And actually just take a still. It's probably going to be the same quality as the video, which I wouldn't be surprised at. Yeah. It's really good fun though. And my first whoa. Quite a different beast. Oh! Whoa, that's I don't think I pressed the kill button. I think it was actually just the battery went dead. Like I say, it is cold out here. As you can hear with the crunchy grass. Let's just see whether it will go again. No, it is absolutely dead. Poor little thing. So it's a dead Elfie. Nice though. Oh, like I say, look at that. Literally size of a phone. Gee whiz. Incredible. And there we go, all bound. It does bind pretty quick actually, so quite impressed with that. But if you notice, the lenses, I'm looking in the same direction as the quad, as you can see. It is a really tight lens. It's a very narrow field of view, but see how we get on. Oops. Put that on. Oh, wrong one. We finally got there. There we go. So that's on. Auto takeoff. There we go. And then the LEDs stop flashing once you're actually sort of bound and ready to go. Let's see how we get on now. It's a nice little flyer actually. I'm quite impressed with it. Okay, the idea was to try and see how far it goes without it running out of battery, which might be a bit difficult. Let's up the rates. There we go. The altitude hold really does work. That's about 30 metres there. We're getting on for 50 metres there. Yeah, very much so. So that's pretty good, I'd say. And the FPV's still working. Ha! He's quite a nice little flyer. There we go. Well, yeah, no, that's quite smooth actually. Looks good on the FPV, I must admit. And obviously you can fly this on the gyro on your phone as well, but I am useless with it. I'm worse, even worse with that, to be honest. I know that's hard to believe, but yeah, honestly. Actually, it seems to have lasted a bit longer. I'm going to get the flashing LEDs now, aren't I? Yeah, the FPV does work. It's a little bit of delay on it, but Like I say, that altitude hold is really nice. I'm not sure, I think because I didn't put it on somewhere flat to start with, I think he's sort of trying to drift forward all the time, but that's the gyro calibration on it, I would imagine, or accelerometer, one of those sort of things. Yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of a drift on it. Let's try this auto landing then. Woo! I'll bring it in here just a little bit. Way, come back you! Well, the nice thing is you can actually grab hold of it on the top. Yes. Next time, start it off on something level, I think, rather than muck about with it. There we go. I don't expect it's got any power left in it. No, yeah, I think that was the problem, it was actually dead again.
Okay, so what did I think of it? Well, quite impressed with it actually. Slight little negative, really only one, to be honest. Where you connect the battery in the battery bay, it's tucked right down there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there we go. And so you've got to sort of wiggle it in and slide it in, but you're holding onto the cables all the time. I think it could have been in a better place. Then you can do it with the battery in or slide the battery in afterwards. You can do it either way, but it is quite a bit of a fiddle to get it in there. Perhaps because my hands were cold outside probably didn't help, but I think that's still a slight little issue. Everything else was absolutely fine on it. Just a little point, when you're putting it away, make sure you put the front in first and then the back. If not, the prop will stick out and it's bound to get caught in the pocket or something or other and break, so just always that. While I'm pulling the arms in and out, I did do one literally like that. I left the arm back and it really does affect it. Well, it doesn't affect it a lot, but it didn't fly quite so well, and I wonder what on earth was wrong. And it's basically that, if you click them, they sort of click into position much better, no problem at all. Because the other thing with this, if you get a bit of an impact, these are going to fold in out the way hopefully, so that would be rather good. So really impressed with it. The LEDs work well, the lens could be wider, yes, as per normal. On little camera drones that's quite normal, but the LEDs were good and nice and clear, and it's great little fun thing to fly. I just thought I'd compare it to like a CX-10 for portability and everything. Yes, it looks bigger overall, but then you could fly this on the same app, but the props are going to get damaged in your pocket, or you need a little case for it, or this one actually came with a case, but then that's a lot bigger to carry around with this sort of thing. So I think for what it's aimed at, to be carried around just like the size of carrying an extra phone, but you got the ability of just flying away, and I got up to 50 metres and still was getting FPV, so I was quite impressed with that as well. So you could actually fly it away and get a shot of you, or you and your friends doing things, or just around the area, a totally different angle than using your phone. So yeah, no, I like it, really.